So, part 2 of episode 2, the phone died, which I'm sure you probably already know. And I let it charge up for a few minutes, and it got dark in fucking like 15, 20 minutes I was letting it charge. But I honestly don't remember where the hell I left off at. And I don't like this light for all, coming down on me, I don't. Light's gonna be like this, not like, saying, like, sometimes you can have the light both, that's actually both way, top, front, and back to the gets your shadows, especially when you're using green screens. There's some fucking goddamn knowledge for your motherfucking ass. Free knowledge, free game. But anyways, I chilled with the wine for a second, and I had one beer. I was like, okay, maybe this beer will help me, talk about shit. No, I was playing. But honestly, I don't even remember where the fuck I left off. I remember I was on something, and there was a lot that I wanted to say, and I remember the phone dying, and I was like, God damn it, motherfucker. I was so pissed off. I was like, man, because like, and then that reminded me, I was like, earlier in the video, I was saying something like I should go live, then I could just go off of what people be saying and shit like that, saying to help me remember, stories to tell. But the only thing about that is I don't like being interrupted. You know what I'm saying? Like when the fucking camera died or the phone died, you know what I'm saying? It's like I totally lost my momentum, my train of thought, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I could go live, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That might be cool, that might be interesting, but then people gonna fucking interrupt me, you know what I'm saying, and knock me off my focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got ADHD. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of research with ADHD the last, like, half a year, and it's interesting how much I've learned about myself. But like, bro, like when I get knocked off my focus, I'm knocked off and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get it out while I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool. It's a cross. It's a cross. It's a fucking gift and a curse. It's a crutch. No, not a curse. Crutch. It's a gift and a crutch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what the fuck are we gonna talk about on this one? See, I don't even know if I should make this episode 3, considering, the last one ended, or like part 2. I don't fucking know, and I don't like this goddamn light right there. It's bright as fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my tipsiness kind of went away. You know what I'm saying? I think I was just getting a little tipsy before because I was drinking the wine fast, and it's been a while since I drank some wine. So, you know what I'm saying, I stopped drinking the wine when the phone died, and I let it charge up some. I was like, let me chill for a minute, you know what I'm saying, because I am getting a little tipsy. Now I'm like, okay, I don't feel really that tipsy anymore. I feel like I had maybe like 1 beer or 2. You know what I'm saying? Before, I felt like I was drinking like 7 or 8. But, what are we going to talk about? I got to have something to remind me of something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have something to spark a memory in my head. And it's gotta be interesting because, of course, I mean, thinking I had like 4 or 5 things pop up in my head already, but I'm like, y'all ain't gonna care about that shit. It's fucking nothing. I'm trying to remember. Like I said, there's a lot of times I've been thinking about videos that I want to make. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to do it. I'm trying to remember one of them right now, because I think I'm at 4 minutes and I ain't talked about shit yet. But I guess, I don't know, maybe make this a live, you know what I'm saying, a replay of a live video, and then people coming in, and I'm still bullshitting about nothing. But okay, see, I'm trying to explain myself, you know what I'm saying? Why am I doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because I know this is fucking like stupid, but I'm trying to get my mind jump started. I'm attaching the goddamn jumper cables to my head. I'm like, all right, come on, remember some. That's the fucking problem. What else I talk about? Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna talk about what was that? Was that me? Did I do that? What the fuck was that? Oh shit, they're coming to get me. Anyways, we ain't gonna talk about that. So I did remember something I wanted to talk about. Speaking of wine, back in the day, you know, I wasn't a wine drinker. But I first became a wine drinker was when me and my brother, I think he pointed it out to me. We went to the gas station to get some fucking beer, and they had this little section of for wine, you know, on the end of an aisle, and it was 3 for $10. And he's like, hey bro, look, $3 of wine for $9.99. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess we can do that. I was like, you put in 5, I'll put in 5, then you get a bottle, I get a bottle, and then we'll split the, you know, the third bottle. Like, yeah, so we did that for a while, you know what I'm saying? And anyways, it became kind of a thing for a while, buying the fucking, you know, $10 3 bottles of wine for a while. But anyways, I remember one time, I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing some, I think I was playing a game or something, and like he already drank like a whole bottle of fucking wine, and he had told me that he got some Xanax, and he took the Xanax too. And then he's like, hey bro, I'm gonna go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what the fuck he was going to Walmart for. It was like for like one little teeny tiny thing. I don't even remember what the fuck he was going for. It's something small. And anyways, he left. You know what I'm saying? I think I was playing the game. I can't remember. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I was either playing a game or I was at the fucking computer working on a project. I can't remember. And I'm in my mind trying to remember like what exactly I was working on. What was I doing? But it don't matter. It don't fucking matter. It was one of the two. I was playing a game or I was working on a project. Don't matter what project I was working on. Anyways, so he left. He comes back. And like, he comes back and damn, I'm trying to remember. He had some like brand new sunglasses on. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey man, look, I got some sunglasses. And then he had a hat on. No, he left with a hat. He had a hat on when he left. And then he had a fucking, no, wait. Did he have that hat? No, I think that's when he got the hat. Anyways, okay, I think he got the hat that time. So he had the sunglasses, he had a new hat, then he had a pair of sunglasses on the hat, then he had a pair of sunglasses on his neck, and then he had one on his fucking goddamn shirt right here. You know what I'm saying? Hanging down. He's like, yeah, man, I stole all this shit. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man. And then he started pulling in his pockets, like he pulled out some video games. I was like, how'd you get the fucking video game? He's like, I went into the bathroom and I just freaking ripped that bitch open. And I was like, God damn, he stole so much motherfucking shit. And he was fucked up. He was fucked up. I'm telling you, drinking a whole bottle of wine and popping some Xanax. And I think he also smoked some weed too. He was fucked up. And then I remember, I think it was the next day, I woke up first. And this I remember. I was at the computer and I was working on a project. All of a sudden, he just like busts in the room. He's like, bro, did I fucking steal shit yesterday? I was like, yeah, man, you came in and you was like bragging about all this shit that you fucking stole. He's like, bro, that feels like a fucking dream. He's like, that feels like a dream. It feels like it didn't even happen. And I was trying to figure out if it did happen or not. I was like, yeah, bro, like, you fucking lucky as shit they didn't catch you stealing all that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But, speaking of Xanax and shit, there was another friend of mine, another one of mine that passed away, Pimp Smooth. I miss that motherfucker. Pimp Smooth, he was so fucking goddamn cool. You know what I'm saying? And very charismatic. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he liked to do the lean a lot, and he liked to pop Xannies with doing the lean, and that's actually what ended up killing him. So people out there that think lean is cool, popping Xannies are cool, and shit like that, you know, I had someone close to me actually die from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been missing him, man. I've been missing a lot of my freaking friends that passed away and shit. It's like, I don't want to go in that mind frame. But, yo, so, what are we talking about? I already told you about that. So So, when was it? How old was I? I want to say I wasn't driving yet. I started driving at 18. So I want to say I was like probably 16-ish. And anyways, I was at a friend's house. And this friend's house, we always used, it was like the hangout spot, you know what I'm saying? There was never any adults there. It was just a house that we would all go to and, party at and shit. So anyways, one dude went to sleep, and me and my other friend, we were like, man, we're out of weed, we need some weed. And one of us, I don't remember which one of us, was like, hey, he's got weed in his truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in his glove box. So we went out to the truck. Door's locked. I'm like, fuck. I was like, how are we going to get in there? We got to get the weed. So, anyways, we did like a fucking Mission Impossible type of thing. We go into the bedroom where he's fucking sleeping, and I'm like keeping a lookout. And like my friend's just like creeping and shit like that. And then he goes, because he put his keys on the fucking nightstand next to the bed. And then he goes and grabs the keys, and he's like, and then we just like running out to the fucking truck. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We was all happy and excited. We were getting some weed. We was about to get high. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, I don't know what we were thinking, because of course he's gonna, realize, that the fucking weed is missing. But we were already high and we wanted to keep smoking. So, I mean, we weren't thinking clearly. So anyways, fucking, I don't remember what exactly happened right then. But I heard that my other friend told him that I stole the weed. And I'm like, I'm not the one that stole the weed. I was the lookout. You are the one that went in there and grabbed the keys. You were the one that went into the truck and actually got the shit and rolled it up. I just smoked with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one, but see, he fucking, the one that we stole the weed from, he was thinking it was me, you know what I'm saying? So he was going to get back at me. Now, again, I didn't know this until later, which I'm going to get to. I didn't know any that this happened, that he blamed me. So then, was it my 18th birthday? No, it wasn't my 18th birthday. I was 17 at this point. And he came to me and he's like, God damn it, stop calling me. I'm fucking busy making a video. So he called me up, right? And he's like, damn, he fucking threw me off. He didn't call me up. Okay, so it was about a year later. I was 17 years old, and I was at the house, and he came up to me, and I think I was trying to buy some weed, or I don't remember. I think I had weed, or what, I don't know. But he showed me this bag of shit, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey man, I got this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it. You want it? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what is it? He's like, I don't know. What did he say it was? I think he said it was coke. And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'll try it, and then I can sell the rest, you know what I'm saying? I have no interest in it. So I bought it from him, gave him fucking cash money. Because I asked him, how much it was worth, and he told me it was, I don't remember how much it was worth, but it was like double the price of what he was asking for. So I gave him the money, and then I tried a little bit of it, and I was like, I don't get it. I was like, this don't really, do shit, you know what I'm saying? So then I tried smoking it, and I was like, it still didn't really do shit. I was like, I don't get what's so great about this. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna sell it. So I started putting the word out, you know what I'm saying, asking some people, like, hey man, I got this shit I'm trying to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? And then one dude was like, he was in on it. He was in on it with the other dude. He's like, hey, let me try some of that out. So he puts his finger in it, and he, puts it on his tongue, and then he's like, that's not coke. He's like, that's angel dust. I was like, word? Really? He's like, yeah. I was like, man, how much does that shit sell for? He's like, this is about $500 worth of fucking angel dust. I was like, oh shit, $500? Oh shit. I was like, I'm about to have a come up. You know what I'm saying? I was all excited. So I'm going all around, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I got $500 worth of fucking angel dust. What's up? And I had some potential buyers, but they're like, man, I ain't got 500, you know what I'm saying? You know, give me like, you know, a little bit. I was like, nah, man, I'm trying to sell it all $500 one time. Take it or leave it. And I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because I found out that it wasn't coke or angel dust. It was BC powder. Yes, and for those of you that don't know, BC powder is a fucking, you know, powder form of like a pain pill, you know what I'm saying, when you have like a toothache or so, yada, yada. I don't know, I never used BC powder. But anyways, it was BC powder. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it cost like a couple dollars to buy, and I was trying to sell it for $500 fucking dollars. I'm glad I would have got fucking killed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, that was fucked up, man. And then you had me fucking snorting that shit and smoking that shit. You know, I was like, that's fucked up, bro. I was like, I'm not even the one that took it, because he told me he did that because, you know, he was trying to get his money back from us stealing his weed. I was like, I'm not the one that even took your weed, bro. I was like, that was him. I just smoked it with him. He was like, yeah, but you smoked it with him. I was like, yeah, but I'm not the one that took it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he's like, all right, I tell you what. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him, I was like, I want my motherfucking money back, motherfucker. And he's like, I tell you what. He had a microphone, and he's like, you can have this. It was a shitty ass microphone. I think it was like a Radio Shack microphone. Cost like probably like $30 or whatever. $20 microphone, $30 microphone. I don't know. But that was my first microphone, and that's what started me, you know. I mean, I was already rapping and shit like that, but he helped me start recording. You know what I'm saying? Because then I had a microphone, and then I remember I had to buy an adapter for it, because it was like a real microphone. It had the 4th inch jack. You know what I'm saying? And I had no way of connecting it to the computer, so I had to buy, you know, a 4th inch to an 1/8 inch jack converter, and then I would plug it into the computer. You know what I'm saying? For the microphone input, right? And then I would just pull up Sound Recorder. I don't know if y'all know about Sound Recorder, but back in the day, Windows 98, you know what I'm saying, Sound Recorder was what I did. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I made my first couple songs with that. But then eventually, I got an interface, and I actually got a recording program. And that was when I just turned 18, and I got my own place, and I went and I started investing in myself. I got a little interface, and I got a fucking recording program, and that's when I started like really putting out the fucking shit. Like, I was recording all the goddamn time, and then I'd say I put out I think it was like my 3rd mixtape, or was it my 2nd? I can't remember. It was either my 2nd or 3rd mixtape. I put that out, and then that's when I had some people come to me and like, hey, yo, bro, I want to rap with you. Let's start a group. And then that's when my first group started. And yeah, I think my first group, we made, I think it was 117 or 118 songs. But we was only together for, I mean, we still cool and everything, but we only made songs probably for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. But like, I kept wanting to, like, I was serious with the shit. They was kind of serious with it, but they was like, you know, first of all, the group was 4 members. You know what I'm saying? Me and 3 other people. But it was really me, and one other person was the main person. And then there was another dude who was there maybe 50% of the time. And then there was the other dude, the 4th dude, who was there probably like 25% of the time. When I say there, I mean putting, you know, verses on the tracks. You know, a lot of times they would be there, but they would like, I don't feel like, you know, writing under this one. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like, I be wanting to do shit. Like, yo, let's go out, let's perform, let's, you know, like, put some shit together, let's upgrade our equipment. And, you know, they were like, yeah, we gonna do that, but they never did anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the one actually, so, you know, I ain't gonna say I left them, but, you know what I'm saying, we still cool. You know what I'm saying? And we've been talking about putting the group back together and making more songs. But, you know, I found somebody else, and he became my, no. I had a second group on the side. I was cheating on my group with another group. And we only did like maybe like a handful of songs, maybe like 5-10 songs. And then I met this other dude, this other dude who I had been known. You know what I'm saying? He was like my first mentor. You know what I'm saying? One of my first mentors. And like, he was like 10 years older than me. And he took me to my first studio when I was like 13. You know what I'm saying? And I always looked up to him because he rapped, like, I thought he rapped so fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? So much better than me. But I got to the point where it's like, he was like, all right, you got the skills now. You up the par with me. You know what I'm saying? So we started making some tracks. And, you know, he taught me even more shit. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, like, I didn't know nothing about mixing. I was just like recording raw vocals, you know what I'm saying? And that'd be it. And he started telling me, you got to put effects on them. You got to put, you know, EQs. And I'm like, what the fuck is an effects and an EQ? I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So he started teaching me that shit. And anyways, you know, me and him made about, I don't know, maybe like between 30, maybe 40 songs. But then, you know, we had a little bit of a distance between us. So that kind of did something. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I kind of, what was it? I think that's when my first baby mama came around. And then, like, I just, like, kind of, like, quit doing music for a while. Not that I quit. I just didn't really have time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have time to do the music like I wanted to. Because all my attention was on, you know, my girl and my unborn child. But, I don't want to talk about one subject too much. But I love talking about music. I love fucking music. That's one of that's up there, like my top 5 fucking things of all time. I don't know where it is in there. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I would have done more. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, still talking about music. But like, I'm telling you, like, I had such potential, right? But the thing is if you're gonna do music, you gotta live and breathe that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that shit every fucking day, every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live and breathe that shit. And I didn't do that. I did it to an extent for like a couple years here and there at the beginning, but then I kept slacking off. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it every day. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing it for fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know how many times I've sat back and thought, I'm like, I've gotten so much better from when I first started to like now. It's just like night and day. And I'm like, what if I would have fucking been doing that shit every day? What if I actually put effort into trying to do this shit and go as hard as I can? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no telling, man. You know what I'm saying? I could probably be one of the fucking best rappers in the goddamn world right now if I would have put the time into it. That's the thing. And that's what a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, who have mad talent, not popularity, mad talent, they tell you. You know what I'm saying? They say in their songs and shit, you gotta live and breathe the shit. You gotta do it all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a problem in like their daily lives, you know what I'm saying, with relationships, with, you know, trying to like balance a job and music at the same time, you know, having to perform, having to do all this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But being in the music industry and business is not as simple as it is. And that's just on that term. When you go into the fucking record labels and shit like that, it's a whole nother game too. And it's a whole bunch of scheming and fucked up shit that be happening. Let me tell you about this one client of mine. This one client of mine, he also became a friend. So I don't know what the fuck to call him, whether he's a friend or a client, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, he had this record deal, and the fucking dude was like, he was like, what do you call it? I forgot what that word that they call it. Grooming him. The dude was grooming, you know, my client. And like he took him to a car lot. He's like, hey, pick out a car. You know what I'm saying? And he started showing him all this, you know, fancy shit of, you know, being signed to his label, because this dude's job was to get my client to sign to his label. And anyways, after all that stuff, finally, it all boiled down to the guy made a move on my client, and he said to my client, he said, how bad do you really want this record deal? And my client was like, at first he didn't really quite pick up on it, but he picked up on it after about a few seconds, and he was like, it's like nah, but the industry is like that, you know what I'm saying? It's full of gay shit, and it's full of people trying to groom you to get what they want out of you, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of shit you gotta watch out for. And I remember this one girl, oh man, I probably shouldn't talk about her, but yeah, she was cool. She was another client of mine, and we kind of had a little thing for each other. And but somebody pulled me to the side and told me that she was one of those girls that sleeps with anybody and everybody to try to get to the top. And I didn't really think about that of her. I was like, I could see maybe possibly she's the type, but I was like, I don't know. But then next thing I know, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to name drop. I don't know if I want to name drop. I kind of want to name drop, but I don't want to name drop. Next thing I know, she's fucking with this dude who is, I don't know how to, who's a famous producer, you know what I'm saying? And like, she just forgot about me and like the other people that she was fucking with. She just like dropped us, and then she was fucking him, and then he dumped her. I didn't say dump her as in a relationship. He did the same thing. He's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I can put you on. Yeah, I can put you on. You know what I'm saying? They fucking and shit like that. And then he gets tired of fucking her, and then he drops her off, and then she's back at the fucking bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you should have fucked with me, girl, because I wasn't trying to fuck you like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was a cool chick. You know what I'm saying? You was a client. We both like music. We kind of like doing like the same kind of style and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We had, you know what I'm saying? But you wanted to fucking ditch me and all the rest to go with this fucking, dude that was higher up than me. I mean, you kind of get what you was, you know what I'm saying? You kind of get what you deserve. But, that's the music business for you. But, it was getting a little stuffy in here. Oh, fuck it. I should roll down the window a little bit. But, yeah, I'm not trying to talk about music too much. So I haven't decided whether I want to make this, because I'm already at about to be 28 minutes, whether to make this Drinking with Zeus episode 2 part 2, or just make it fucking episode 3. I mean, but it takes place 20 minutes. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, the only reason I want to do part 2 is because I didn't end the first one, you know what I'm saying? Because the phone fucking cut off. I mean, like, I don't know. But then again, I mean, some movies end like that. What movie was it? I remember I was watching some movie. Fucking goddamn mosquito. And then it just, what movie was that? It just cut off. You know what I'm saying? And like that. And I'm like, what? And the credits start coming on. I'm like, what? That's it? That's how you gonna end the movie? But I just got through watching Avatar 2. That was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. And 65. I enjoyed that movie too. Way better than Jurassic Park Dominion. I was so looking forward to Jurassic Park Dominion. And I was so disappointed. Like, tremendously. Like, I don't know if I'll ever watch the movie again. I do want to watch it one more time. And in the extended version, because I heard the extended version was a little bit better. But I'm going to watch it one more time. But yeah, I was disappointed. But 65 was great. And that's how they should have made Jurassic Park. And what other movie did I watch recently? The Mario Brothers movie. I liked how they had a lot of what do they call it? Nostalgia. References. They had a lot of references to different shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I don't think it was, movie of the year. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? It was okay. I was telling one of my friends, because one of my friends was like talking about going to see the movie, and she was like, "What did you think about it?" I was like, honestly, it wasn't the best movie of all time, but it probably was a little above average, maybe a little, just a hair above average. Then again, I was watching the movie when I was drunk, and I don't remember it. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember it, because I remember the next day I woke up and I was like, I knew I watched a movie last night. I was like, what movie did I watch last night? And then finally, like 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, it was Mario. But anyways. I can't breathe out of my nose for shit. But what are we gonna ramble on and talk about now? And that's the other thing. It's like, I don't even know how long to make these videos. Should I make them like a certain length? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what if I made the video like goddamn 4 hours long? I mean, or I could just cut them down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Give me a couple seconds to just remember a new fucking story to tell you. It's just, and I don't know if y'all know, but like inside a fucking goddamn ADHD's head, it's just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much shit going on all the time. And you know, that's why I'm saying like give me a second, because like everything's going woo, like so many different things. It's like I gotta get a second to like, all right, I got one. All right, what is it? Okay, we're gonna talk about this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking raining. Yup. Yo, so the tree branch just blew in the wind, and for a second I was like, what the fuck is that? So it kind of, here we go, it reminded me. Yo, so anyways, when I was young and smoking weed a lot, I don't really like weed that much nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But like when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was like a weed fiend, you know what I'm saying? I had to smoke weed all the damn time, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I was in the car, I was, you know, it was nighttime, kind of like this, and my friend was right here, and we were smoking a blunt, and the window was rolled down like this. All of a sudden, a goddamn cat jumped in and put its, you know what I'm saying, and then poked his head out, meow. It scared the fucking shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? And like I told my friend, I was like, bro, I thought that was a velociraptor. He's like, a velociraptor? He's like, of all things, why would you think it's a... I was like, I don't know, bro. I thought it was a velociraptor going... You know what I'm saying? And, but yeah. Man, there's a bunch of stories there, too, man. I used to smoke in that car so goddamn much, bro. Like, that was the weed mobile. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was going to name it. The whole theme for that car was going to be, like I said, the weed mobile. So the plan was... the outside of the car, the paint job was going to be, you know, weed leaves all over it, you know, kind of like a collage, you know, weed leaf upon weed leaf, you know, actual size all around, you know what I'm saying? And then on the inside, I was going to have, you know, green and black, and then it was going to have, you know, purple lights, black lights, and then it wasn't going to have a back seat. There was going to be no back seat. Instead of a back seat, I was going to take the back seat out, and I was going to put a fucking, a weed growing thing in the back. You know what I'm saying? There was just gonna be some, you know, neon lights back there and fucking weed plants just growing. I don't know how that would have ever been street legal, but that was the idea. And then, you know, the center fucking centerpiece, center console, you know what I'm saying, you lift up the thing, and then there'd be like different bongs you can choose from, you know what I'm saying? And because that was one thing when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it was hard to get blunts all the time, because one, you know, blunts was, you know, money, and then two, you know what I'm saying, you had to be 18 or older to buy blunts. So like I could get them sometimes, but sometimes I couldn't. So I would just make bongs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was like 13 or 14 different bongs that I made. I had a whole collection, and all different kinds. And that was one video I was gonna make. I was gonna tell you about the different bongs that I made. And don't get off subject. Okay, so the car, right? Remind me about the weed bongs though. We'll go back to that. So yeah, okay. All right. So we smoked so much weed in that goddamn car. Like, and I didn't clean it. I mean, like it's not like it was dirty, like there was shit over there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I keep my shit clean, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no eating or shit like that in my car. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't dirty like that. What I mean is like I didn't like wipe it for no reason. But anyways, too much. So I smoked so much weed that you know when you inhale and you exhale, you know what I'm saying, there's resin. I blew, me and my friend or whoever was in my passenger seat, we blew so much smoke toward the fucking front windshield. There was like, it kind of looks like, all right, imagine how like when it's been raining and then you got the raindrops all over the motherfucking window like every fucking where. Like that, but on the inside. And then instead of it being clear water, it looked like soda. You know what I'm saying? It was like a brownish color because it was fucking residue. We smoked so much fucking weed in that goddamn car, the residue was building up on the motherfucking windshield. And like, I didn't realize it until my friend pointed it out to me. He's like, bro, like that's fucking residue. I was like, that's not residue, I just gotta wipe it, you know what I'm saying, and clean it. He's like, bro, like, no, that's not dirt. He's like, look at that. And he started pointing out to me. He's like, that's fucking resin. I was like, God damn. I was like, maybe we do smoke a little too much weed. And I remember one time I lost a blunt in the goddamn car. I didn't find that bitch for a whole motherfucking year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it like fell like in the console, like, and then like one time I was like doing a deep clean on it, and I pushed my fingers up under the you know, because here's the rug. And then here's the console, it goes over the rug. I pushed my fingers up in between here, and then I felt something. I was like, wait a minute, what's this? And then like, that was the blunt. I was like, holy shit, there's the blunt that I lost while I was high. And anyways, I smoked that shit. And I was like, damn, it was fire. I was like, shit. I was like, I need to start doing this more often. Let weed sit out for a year before I smoke it. But I remember there were so many times I'd be fucking so goddamn high that I'd forget, you know what I'm saying, like I'd be trying to smoke my after blunt cigarette, and I'd be like this. Hold on. I'd have my lighter in my hand, and I'd be holding the cigarette, right? And then I'd be like looking for the lighter. And I'm telling you, I looked for the lighter so goddamn long. And I was getting pissed off and frustrated. And by the time I was like, fuck it. I ain't gonna smoke the goddamn cigarette. Fuck it then. I went to put down the cigarette and I looked at my hand and I saw the lighter was in my hand. I was like, God damn you motherfucker. You've been in my hand this whole motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you get the times where you so goddamn high, you light up your cigarette backwards. I did that shit 3 times in a motherfucking row. I lit it backwards. I was like, God damn it. Pulled out another motherfucking cigarette. I lit it up backwards. I was like, God damn it. A 3rd fucking time. Yeah. I used to like getting fucked up. But I remember one time, it was my 18th birthday. I got so goddamn high. I got stuck. Like, I remember I was showing my boy, and I couldn't move. I was like, bro, I can't move. The only thing I could do was talk. I couldn't. My cigarette was burning away in my hand, and my hand was down here, and I was just looking at my cigarette. I was like, I want to hit that cigarette, but I can't move my hand. I couldn't move. I was literally paralyzed. And then I started looking away, and like, it was like the Matrix. You know how the Matrix, when they have the blue, the green symbols come down and it forms the shape of everything? That's how I saw everything. But instead of green symbols, it was little teeny tiny houses. So that's how I saw everything. And you know, and then I remember we were by our pool, And then there was drizzling. It wasn't heavy raining, but it was a little drizzling. And I can't remember what it was, but I remember there was something about the water too. I don't remember. And I remember the first time I smoked hydro. Man, I fucking love hydro. That's one thing I missed. I want to try that again. But I remember my friend's friend came over, and he had some hydro. He's like, y'all never smoked hydro before? And I was like, nah, let's smoke some hydro. So I only have 4.5 hits. And the only reason I had 4.5 hits was because I took 4 hits. And then when I was taking my 5th hit, in the middle of the hit, I started choking. And I was like, and I was choking so goddamn hard. I was like, I just gave the blood back. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And my eyes were closed, right? I couldn't open my eyes. I was coughing so hard. I probably coughed for like, a whole fucking minute. And by the time I opened my eyes, all I saw was fucking goddamn bright colors. Like we was in a goddamn motherfucking Mario 64 video game. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, man. You know what I'm saying? And I remember everything was like kind of like it was leaning and yeah. Yeah. That's bad. That's all I remember. I remember I was high as fuck, but that first couple seconds of smoking the hydro is the only thing I fucking remember. Smoking a hydro. Oh man, so many fucking memories. I remember I did some fucked up shit too. Just because I wanted to get high. Just because I wanted weed, I did some fucked up shit that I probably shouldn't have done. But I mean, we all do shit when we're young, you know what I'm saying? When we little kid, we do stupid shit. Some things I do regret. Yep, damn, we're already at 4 almost 42 minutes. I remember I was riding with this one girl. She kind of got on my nerves, right? Because we both smoke cigarettes, right? And when she smokes cigarettes, she rolls down her window about that much, right? That much. You know what I'm saying? And she smoked out the window. Me, I smoke differently. I roll down the window about the same amount. But me, I'd be like, I just be letting it flow out. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I slowly blow it out. She like blows it all out. And then she had the nerve, I mean, yeah, I was riding in her car, but she had the nerve to tell me to stop smoking cigarettes the way I do and to blow the smoke out faster. What the fuck? How you gonna tell me how fast to blow the smoke out of my goddamn mouth? I thought that was fucking crazy as shit. I was like, man, thinking of crazy as shit, man. Let me tell you about this other time. Have I told you the story already? So I was at my friend's house one time, and we were smoking and shit, and then he had some girls come over, and this one white girl came over, and like so there was a couch here, like I'm sitting on the couch, and there was a chair over here, and then there was another couch on the wall right there in front of me. He was on the couch there, and then one girl came and sat on the couch with him, and I'm sitting on the couch in front of him, and then she comes and sits on the end of this couch, and then she starts moving closer and closer and closer to me, and then she's like all up on me. And I had no interest in this chick. First of all, because she's white. Second of all, because she looked like Miss Piggy. She had one of them noses that, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. And no offense to people who have noses like that, but I was young and shallow, you know what I'm saying. And I remember we was in a trailer. Trailers have very thin walls. The girls went outside to smoke a cigarette or something. I don't remember. They went outside. They was right outside the fucking door, which is like right over there, but I know you can't see where I'm pointing. but like it wasn't far. And then I started telling my homeboy, I was like, man, you gotta get this fucking ugly bitch off of me, dog. Like, this fucking Miss P looking bitch, man. She all up on me and shit. I don't want to. Like, I was going in on her and shit like that. And then when they came back in, she had a look on her face, like this weird look. And then she sat on the opposite end of the couch, and I was like, shit. Like, she heard all that shit I was saying. I felt bad. I was like, my bad. I didn't mean for you to hear that. I mean, it's true what I was saying, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean for you to hear that. But, you know, like I said, you know, when you're young, you know, you do and say shit that you know what I'm saying? And I remember the first time, I don't know what you would call it. A booty shaking party, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? We get some hoes coming over to dance and shit like that. And it was my first time having a girl, you know, back that ass up on me. And this girl had this big old booty, and she was just like wailing that bitch up against my fucking midsection. And I couldn't keep my balance. I kept like falling over, like damn near falling over and shit. And I'm like, I look over at my homeboy, I'm like, man, how the fuck, He's like, that's why I'm up against the wall. Get up against the wall. So then I took a couple steps back and I put my back up against the wall, and then she started pounding. I was like, okay. But you know, sometimes she would pound that ass really fucking hard. It kind of, you know, I wouldn't say it hurt, but I was like, god damn, like you throwing that bitch back really motherfucking hard. You know what I'm saying? I just remember I was clueless at first. I'm like, how the fuck do you keep your balance when them throwing their ass on you like that? Put your back up against the wall, bro. Put your back up against the wall. But yeah. Man, I just don't know what stories to share. I mean, some I want to save, you know what I'm saying? And some I just probably shouldn't share. But you know what I'm saying? Yep. What are we at? 47 minutes and 20 seconds. It's a long ass motherfucking video, especially if I attach it to the first part. The first part was what, 30 something? I want to tell you about this one girl, but I made a couple videos. No, I already talked about her a little bit in a couple different videos that I haven't uploaded yet. But one of the reasons why I haven't uploaded them is because she told me she don't want me making no videos about her. She don't want me talking about her or nothing like that. But damn, she be pissing me off sometimes. And she got some ways about her. I really think she's narcissistic. I really think she's narcissistic. But we ain't gonna talk about her. I'll respect her. She don't want me to talk about her, I won't talk about her. I could tell you about, well, I wanted to make it a separate video. See, that's the thing. It's like some of these things I want to tell you are like, I wanted them to be like separate videos. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I should just tell y'all or make it a separate video. But I remember this one girl, she was fucking crazy. It was I think it was Christmas dinner, or was it Thanksgiving, or I don't remember. It was some like dinner feast. She called me up and she was like, I've been arguing with my family and yada yada yada, and you know I'm not gonna be going to the fucking, family dinner and shit like that. She's like, we should just do it ourselves. We should do it ourselves. I was like, all right. I was like, we could do that. But this girl didn't have anything as far as like cooking mass meals. You know what I'm saying? She had like, a pot or a pan, you know what I'm saying? But like, we was talking about cooking like, like several different motherfucking, things. And I was like, well, I got, a casserole dishes and, all these pots and pans and shit. She had paper plates. She was a paper plate type of person. And me, I'm not a paper plate type of person. And, that's adding trash to the fucking, world and shit like that. And to me, I think it's a waste of money. Yeah, you waste money buying soap, but I feel like, you work out better, just having dishes. So anyways, I was like, so I went to her place. I think I brought 13 fucking casserole dishes, with lids and a whole set of fucking goddamn fancy ass plates and silverware, and then utensils for each and every fucking casserole dish and shit, and all this shit. And then she bought, I can't remember if we went half on the food or not. I think I bought a little more food than she did, but it was around half. I think we both spent around $100 each. I think she spent like 80 and I spent 100, but bought that food, right? So then we cook all the shit, and she was gonna invite some friends over. That was the plan. So we cooked the shit. Then all of a sudden, last minute, like she wants to take everything to her aunt's house. Like, oh, we're gonna go to my aunt's house, and So I'm like, I thought we was having our own thing. Now we going to your aunt's house and we bringing shit to her house to, add to her shit. So I'm like, I was a little pissed off about that, but I was like, whatever. But then when we got there, right before we went to eat, I can't remember what happened, but something happened and she kind of pissed me off and I lost my appetite. I was like, I don't even feel like eating no more. I was like, I'm ready to go back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, So everybody fucking ate there, you know what I'm saying? And then we go back to the crib, and it was nighttime. I don't even remember what happened, but I still didn't even eat. But then the next fucking morning, I was still pissed off, and I was like, no, that's what it was. I was drunk, and I was like, I ain't finna drive home right now. I'm gonna wait till the morning, and in the morning, I'm gonna drive home. Fuck this shit. Fuck this girl. So I woke up in the morning, and I start, packing up the shit. And she starts getting all pissed off, and talk about, me taking the food. Like, she wanted to keep all the fucking food. I'm like, bitch, hold on. Like, I brung all the fucking cooking shit. I spent more money buying the fucking food. I didn't even eat any of the fucking food. And you trying to keep all the fucking food? I couldn't believe the audacity of this girl. I'm like, man, you fucking tripping. You tripping for real. You know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't believe that. I was like, I see how it is though. I see. Fuck you, bitch. But when I say bitch, I don't mean bitch in a disrespectful way. To quote Huey from the Boondocks, I don't mean bitches in a disrespectful way. But yeah. I don't even know if I should tell y'all about that. I remember she was by, and she had her ex over there, and it was a little bit of a misunderstanding about who's sleeping where. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there was word about me sleeping in bed with old girl. Then the other girl sleeping in bed with old girl. And both of us sleeping in bed with old girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's going on? What's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you heard that. But, yeah. And, like, she was cool with the three of us sleeping in the bed. I was definitely cool with the three of us sleeping in the bed. But her ex-girlfriend, she was like, oh, hell no, I don't do men. I don't do men. I ain't finna sleep in no bed with no motherfucking man, yada, yada, yada. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding. Which reminds me about this other time, which I think I already put that in a video, which I am about to upload. I have that in my queue to upload. Kind of got to pee a little. See, I think beer is better with talking than wine. I got this in case because I only got one beer, so like I got this for when out of this. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is that? I think I already posted this video before, but I took it down. 55 fucking minutes. I remember one time I was so goddamn high. I was in my goddamn car smoking, right? And it was nighttime. And all of a sudden, there was an 18-wheeler, right? The 18-wheeler just like goes and slows down and then like stops kind of like right there. And I'm like, why is this 18-wheeler like stopped in front of my motherfucking house? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm high as fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still smoking. What's going on? And then all of a sudden I see some cops coming. And then there's a cop at the front of the goddamn 18-wheeler with the blue lights on, and a cop at the back with the blue lights on. And I'm like, hold on. Hold up. That's not a regular SUV. I mean, that's not a regular semi-truck. That's a SWAT. That's a SWAT team in that goddamn 18-wheeler. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they about to jump out of the back of that 18-wheeler and they're gonna come arrest me for smoking weed. I'm like, I threw that shit out the goddamn window. I rolled out my window and I fucking put my seat back. Where's the guy? I put my seat back and I went, boop, lock the goddamn door, go to the other side, boop, lock it. And I'm like, I'm not here. And I was so fucking paranoid, bro. I thought the motherfucker, but really, I think all it was he got a flat tire or something. I don't know. And the cops came to help him change the flat tire or something. I don't know. But eventually, you know, they just went on. But I was so goddamn scared. I thought, but then I was telling my friend about it. He's like, bro, do you really think a whole SWAT team is gonna come and fucking like, you know, infiltrate your goddamn property and come arrest you just because you smoking one goddamn blunt? I was like, well, I was high. That's what I thought they was doing. But yeah. What the fuck? Fucking mosquitoes, man. It's because I had the window down and the goddamn light on. That's why. But yeah, I gotta fucking piss. I'm fucking out of goddamn beer. I like beer. I don't really like wine, you know what I'm saying? It's healthier for you. I wish I had another beer. I don't want to drink this fucking shit. I don't want to. But maybe that's my ticket. How to quit drinking. Drink shit that because I've quit smoking cigarettes a couple times. And one of the ways I quit smoking was I bought the nastiest fucking cigarettes I could. I don't remember what they were called, but there was a pack of cigarettes that were $1 a piece. And they were nasty. And like, that's what I bought. I bought them fucking $1 a pack cigarettes, and I very rarely smoked a whole fucking one. I would smoke like half or maybe like a quarter of one and put it out, but like, man, fuck that shit. And eventually it got to the point where it's like, man, I want to smoke a cigarette, and then I go to reach for one, and I'm like, man, that's nasty ass shit, so I don't want to smoke that. And I quit. I was able to quit for, you know, about a year or two by doing that. That and keeping myself away from people who smoke. That's the thing too. I remember another time I tried to quit, and I had a friend who smoked all the time, and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna quit smoking cigarettes, you gotta stop hanging around those people. And like, I stopped hanging around people that smoke cigarettes for a year, and it could have been sooner, I don't know, but it took me a year to be able to be around them. Because after a year, I started hanging around those friends that smoke cigarettes, and it didn't bother me. It didn't make me want one or anything. I was like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't remember what happened. Something happened, and I eventually started back. You know, my grandfather got struck by lightning, and he lived to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? He survived and everything. It's like, I remember hearing the story when I was a kid a couple different times, because my grandfather got to the point where he'd repeat his stories sometimes. And like, I was a little kid, I should have let him repeat them. But I was a little kid, and I was like, you already told me this one. You already told me this one. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm old. Yeah, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I shouldn't have said that. I should have let him tell the story again. But like, I wish I could go back and ask him more detail, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was a kid when he was telling me this shit. Like, I want to know more detail about, you know, when he got struck by lightning, you know what I'm saying? Like, ask him more now that I have an older mind. Like, what did it feel like, you know, when you got hit? What did it feel like afterwards? Did you have any kind of, you know, lingering effects? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this other stuff. Because as a kid, I was like, oh, wow, cool. And then that'd be it. But now I have like all these like follow-up questions I want to ask, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, because my grandfather ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta fucking piss. And it's fucking raining. Goddamn fucking bugs. But I don't know, I kinda wanna keep going. But probably should end the video. I mean, I'm at 101:41. Yeah, fuck it. I'll leave some shit for next time. Holla back. Peace, love, Black Power.